Theater of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, the podcast that's all ooey gooey up in your shoey like tasty toffee and creamy caramel.
You're a lyricist.
I'm Jacob Machin, as a matter of fact, and you're the lyricist, Caleb Dowdall.
Stop it. Stop it.
You are though.
Set up my own compliments.
Yeah, sweet pomelos. Listen to it. How you doing, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good. This is how we start every episode.
Yeah, but I started asking you how you are because you did make a big deal of it a couple episodes ago.
Did I?
Yeah, you're like, no one ever asked me how I am.
Oh.
We care.
Do you though?
Nope. So how are you guys?
Good. Yeah, pretty good, right?
Good.
Doing good. A little tipsy.
A little tipsy. Yeah.
As always, fabulous.
Yeah, you're hearing the voices of Hercules, mate. Daelyn Lester-Serafini.
Hello.
Danielle Butlin.
Hello.
And Luke Sykes.
What up, Bill?
So, at the end of the last game, you guys fought a big old chungus of metal and limbs. And can we have some, like, exciting music, Caleb?
Yeah.
No, holding for exciting music. You're just going to leave this silent, aren't you?
No, I'm going to edit in some really cool, exciting music for what you're going to say.
Okay. Can you make it, like, build up now?
Yeah, it's actually already building
It's
up.
going
You're
up
not
higher?
hearing it.
Okay,
Yeah.
you ready? And then, like, a da 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 da. You guys leveled up!
Woo!
Yeah. That's the first genuine excitement I've seen. Everyone grab their devices. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll hit points as we have done before. I'll go around the table and get you to do it one by one. Critical roll rules. If you roll a 1, you get to re-roll that. Other than that, you take it. I'm also going to get you guys to just kind of have a look at what your next ability is and just talk about it in whatever term you want to, because I find I miss that in most D&D podcasts. I'd like to hear what the next kind of milestone
cool
thing is.
thing
What cool
you do
shit are
now?
you doing? Agenar, you get to roll a D8 and add 3 to it.
1d8.
Here we
Let's
go.
do this.
Rolly.
Ooh, that's an 8.
8 plus
Plus
3.
3
You gain
is 11.
Yeah, 11 to your total hit points. Bias Jaw, can we swing across to you?
I believe I'm a D10.
Yeah, that's a D10 plus 2 for you. At 8.
Oh,
6 plus 2, that's a 8.
8. Add 8 to your total hit point. Total.
How did you add 11?
Because you rolled in fucking 8
I
plus
rolled
3.
an 8.
Damn.
Yeah, full hit points. That brings us across to Etterath. You got a D10 plus a massive 4.
Plus 4. 7 total.
7 total. Nice. Not bad. Take that 7 total, slap it on top. And finally, we have Safirith.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Roll your D8 plus 3.
D8 plus
Some good con
3.
modifiers for you guys.
Yeah, baby. 1.
1, you get to re-roll that, because that's
Thank-
shit.
Thank God. Oh,
yeah,
my God.
there's nothing worse.
All right, 8.
8 total. Yeah, go ahead and add that to your hit point total. So if you go to your character sheet where you've leveled up, scroll down and take a look at what... this is on D&D Beyond, by the way. Sponsored by D&D Beyond, not sponsored.
Not a sponsor.
Thank you. But D&D Beyond, if you're listening, we'd happily have you as a sponsor.
Please.
We might as well start with you, Etterath, because you look like you're ready. What kind of... Do you want to tell us what you got there, or you want to keep it a secret?
I get an ability score increase. I also have an optional feature that if I wanted to, I could swap out my fighting style, but I don't want to.
Okay, nice. Oh, yeah, you're all doing your ability score increases at this point.
So I think
Yeah.
that's
So taking a feat,
almost-
or-
Well, I'm just going to go ASI. Straight
Nice.
ASI, plus
Very
1 of
nice.
my strength and dex.
Beautiful. Is anyone else just doing a straight ASI?
It is tempting, but also feats fucking rock.
Feats rock, and most of the best feats, you can get one cheeky little ability score increase with it, like the Fey Touched or the Shadow Touched.
I don't know, actually, I might reach.
Yeah, check that shit out. Check that shit out.
spell or something.
Take your time. Caleb,
Yeah.
if you in life could have an ability score increase of 2 to one stat and 1 to another stat, what would it be for you?
Impossible, man. You can't go past 20 in a stat.
And you're 20 in all stats. Okay. So modesty, maybe.
What about you?
I'd probably
Intelligence, yeah.
That's exactly.
That wouldn't help much.
I wouldn't mind a bit of extra constitution and dexterity, to be honest.
Yeah, you have troubles with your neck and stuff.
My
don't
neck,
you?
my back, my
Yeah.
pussy, and my crack. Yeah, all of those. But I'm working on them. So,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah. What about you?
God, God, it's so
Strength,
hard.
dexterity.
It's so-
You're already buff as fuck.
Yeah.
You're so dexterous.
I've got nimble hands.
You've got nimble hands, yeah. Your constitution, maybe?
Listen to this.
That's a good constitution,
healthy
yeah.
breath. Oh,
that was-
Intelligent.
that was constitution.
What's 7 times 8?
42.
No, it's 56.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
What?
7 8s are 56.
I was never good at that. Sevens or
Well, someone write in and correct us. So you need an intelligence score increase, absolutely. And I think your charisma is pretty high.
Yeah. Look at all these words. Look at all these words I say.
Beautiful.
What is 7 by 8?
If it's 56, I'm going to shit myself. If you could up any ability scores in your life, a 2 to 1 and a 1 to the other, what would they be?
Probably take the charisma boost.
Charisma boost?
Right? I was
Yeah.
going to say the same.
2 to charisma, 2 to
Sorry,
charisma?
guys, you're actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You should have already pretty high
Socially
charisma.
awkward.
There you
Safirith's
go.
awkwardness is not played out. That's just.
oh, I get
What would you
Me.
what would you take? What would you take a 1 to 1 increase?
I wouldn't mind a little bit of strength. Look at these little chicken.
I was thinking maybe strength, just get that little bit of extra buff.
Yeah, a little bit of buff boy. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
But also con is real good.
I was thinking that too.
Either strength or con.
Interesting.
I am okay with my intelligence and my wisdom.
Very good. Very
I'm
secure in your
okay
intelligence and
with
wisdom. That's wonderful. Luke, how about you? A 2 to 1 and a 1 to the other.
A 2 to 1 and 1 to the other?
Yeah.
I would probably, because it would help everything else, probably 2 to intelligence. I think intelligence is underrated.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You sapiosexual?
Yeah.
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 I know you are.
Yeah.
That's why we get along.
Yeah.
And what about a 1?
I would do the 1 to my charisma.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe my girlfriend will find me funny eventually if I have good charisma.
You need more than a 1 to your charisma.
Yeah, I thought, yeah. But 1 could help.
You got a negative
But he didn't know that till he put 2 in intelligence.
You got a negative. Danielle, what about you? What would you add a 2 to in your life and a 1 to in your life? Out of
So
the...
this is real life. This is not our characters.
This is
now.
real life.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to
Yeah, we're
decide on
psychoanalyzing
beats.
you
Okay.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
What is memory? What does that come under?
Con, I would
Wisdom?
say.
In D&D, it's intelligence because history
Is it?
checks are intelligence. Yeah, technically.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but my intelligence is already huge.
fuck
If
off.
you had better wisdom, you could work it out what it went into.
So maybe wisdom.
Maybe wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom
Noticing
might be
things
nice.
and
Noticing
perceiving
Oh
things,
gosh, yeah. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Noticing things.
There you go. 2 to wisdom to Danielle. And what about a 1?
Either dexterity or strength, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought of a fun improv.
Or maybe
number.
no, fuck this. Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Yep. I'd love to
That's fair.
not
kinda sad
fall
'cause-
over
Fair.
quite so easily.
I know what we were talking about before, but really, I'd like extra points in everything, really.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
everybody would, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, it's so hard because
But when
you
it
actually
comes
want
down
points
to
in
it,
everything.
yeah. I just thought of a fun improv game of like fucking with the ability score stats of your character, but just for the role play. So like taking your strength all the way down or something. So
Oh,
you're, yeah.
that's not what we're meant to do. No?
No, we're just talking about us in life.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
No, I was
the
just
fucking with the
spitballing.
ability stats for our characters, taking them down for role play.
Yeah.
That's
fun.
not what other people do.
I have a -1 intelligence and no wisdom. That's why Etterath is very oblivious.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's just
Did you just punch yourself in the face with a microphone? My God.
that's why he's oblivious and he just kind of goes about his own way.
Well, speaking of going about our own way, why don't we go about our own way and play some Dun-Do?
Yeah.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, you guys fought a very disgusting monstrosity. A creature made of metal and limbs and appendages. You put it out of its pretty miserable existence. As Yalgus seemingly wanted to talk, you've seen him disappear and say,
I can help you. You hear the pitter-patter as he runs away from you, Etterath, who is the only one in the cave with your marine lair surrounding you. What do you guys wish to do?
Where's my fucking arm? Anyone seen my arm?
Oh,
Grab that gnome. Find my arm.
from my high vantage point, can I see the arm?
give me a perception check.
I'm going to go into the cave and try and have a little look around.
You can give me a perception check too.
You do notice an enormous amount of marine lair just kind of hanging around the center of the cave as you gingerly step over the slick, greasy entrance back into the
Yum. That was an 8 perception.
19.
19. You see from your vantage point, you get a good look at the monstrosity.
A bird's eye view.
A
would you say?
bird's eye view, if you will, a chicken's eye view.
But
You see through all this mess of limbs and noses and eyeballs what does look to be a turtle hand. You can't tell for sure if it's the right turtle hand, but it is a turtle hand, so you figured that might be it. And you, Safirith, as you come into the cave and look around the fog, you do see in the corner what seems to be like a makeshift workshop. There's a bedroll, a chest of drawers, a little anvil, scraps of metal everywhere in the corner, a chest.
A little fireplace with a little pot on top. You look up and there's like a little bit of not a vent, but like a natural crack that looks like the smoke would head up there. Bedroll, all that sort of stuff.
And has the gnome reappeared or he's still
No.
invisible?
He's invisible.
All right. If you're willing to talk, then you can show yourself.
You hear from somewhere in the cave echoing off the wall. I know, I believe you, but I'm scared of the one whose hand I pilfered.
We'd just like an explanation, that's all.
Promise you won't hurt me?
As long as you don't give us a reason to hurt you, we won't hurt you.
Roll persuasion.
fine.
And back outside, while that's happening, Agenar is going to call it, oh, I think I found it.
Where?
Over here.
Where? You're flapping. You can't point when you're flapping. Where am I going?
Hands as well as wings.
I just imagine you just legs and arms.
I think it's because every time you heal, you're like, my feathers touch. So I just imagine them as like,
She's like, because Agenar is like holding her beads, and then
I'm gonna have to redraw you with arms.
So Agenar is going to flap over to where the limb is, and is it quite in the thick of the mess?
Yeah, there's like burnt flesh and hair and eyeballs and pieces of metal and gunk, oil.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to pick that up.
You mentioned a lot of shafts last game as well.
Oh.
And a lot of shafts. Thanks for reminding me, Jake.
That's all right. I always remind you about shafts.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to pick it up from flying, so not land.
Yeah, I guess give me a dexterity roll.
Yeah, so we cut back to Safirith.
So I thought it was a 1. It's actually 7s.
Oh, okay. You rolled a 7 with your persuasion
So
check.
persuasion and then plus 3. So that is a 10.
A 10. You hear him kind of like pitter-patter away, and you kind of hear it off to the left-hand side of the cave there, pattering around the back side. As he kind of, I don't completely trust you, and I've cut off a lot of limbs in my life, and I'm pretty sure they're not too happy about it back at the village. I do my best, but and you hear the pitter-patter head around the back of the cave.
I would like to try to walk towards the pitter-pattering, and I'll drop the marine layer.
There we go. You can see everything. Those with dark vision. You have dark vision.
I do.
You have dark vision.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You see the entire cave as Caleb described it. You head towards the back, and you kind of have to walk up this semi kind of hill to this kind of plateau at the top there with all his belongings and things like that. It's like walking up to the top of the back cave almost, just not as cool.
We don't want to hurt you any more than I already have. We just want the arm back and some answers.
Well, I can give you the arm back, or I can give you a new arm. I don't know which you'd prefer. As far as answers go, I don't see what answers I'd have. It's none of your business.
You just kind of stole an entire town's worth of limbs and body
I
parts.
asked, and everybody gave them willingly. Consent. There was consent.
Was it?
Audible consent.
Was it?
There
Was it
was.
truly?
I think there was.
Did you say, hey, I'm going to take your arm? They're like, yeah, cool, man. That's totally cool.
What's the difference between saying I'm going to take your arm and saying, can you lend a hand? I said lend. I can't give it back.
Then give it back. They're just lending it, borrowing it.
Bring the guy in, and I'll give it back. I don't trust you.
And what about the rest of the town?
The rest of the town are getting replacements. Nobody's come asking for their existing
Probably
arms.
because they're too scared that the rest of them will disappear.
Okay, I'm feeling a bit of hostility at the moment.
Well, I just
don't
think
say.
that you asking us to lend a hand is a little deceptive and maybe a bit pedantic. So
And he pitter-patter heads around the other side of the cave. He seems to be constantly moving. We cut back outside.
16.
Have you got to Agenar?
Yeah, you swoop down and you gingerly swoop across
I
and
think
pick
so.
out the hand.
Well, let me see. There should be a scar under the left thumb.
Oh.
Yeah, you see a scar under the left.
Should be in the shape of a question mark. In Draconic.
Cool.
Oh, indraconic, hey.
Okay.
Indraconic.
What does that look like?
I have a
Let me
past.
check. I speak Draconic, so I know what that looks like.
Is it there?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Excellent.
I think this is the one.
Excellent. Come down here. Let's go inside. Let's
Okay.
see if we can get him. Find out how he did this.
Okay. I don't like the look of the ground, so it's a bit slimy. So I'm just going to hand it over from up here, and I'm going to fly over to Bias and sort of maintain
Great.
my
In the meantime,
height.
I sheath my shield and I sheath my warhammer and I grab the hand. It's weird. It's weird. Shake your own hand. Ha, that's fun. Shake it for me.
Holding the hand and shaking it.
Oh, this is fun. This is no experience, isn't it?
Oh.
How many people could say they could have done this themselves? I guess you could shake your own hand. Hang on. Yes, you could shake your own hand. Ignore that. That's stupid. Let's go inside.
In trying to do that, Agenar shakes the severed hand because she doesn't have anywhere else to put it. Oh no! And then hands it.
I grab
Gives
it.
it.
I grab it. And I walk in. I go, "Gnome."
You walk in and you see Safirith and Etterath kind of up near the plateau, kind of doing this kind of arms out, trying to judge where the fuck this thing's trotting around to.
Was it still dark?
Beg your pardon?
Is it still
It
dark?
is still very dark in the cave, yeah.
Okay.
If you don't have dark vision, then you cannot see.
Bias, how big are you again?
Quite large. I'm like 200 and something pounds, but like 5'12" or 5'2".
5 foot by 3 foot, he said in the original episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Would your shell count as an object?
For what purpose?
If you're trying to take it off me,
Technically, no, because it's part of
No,
it.
I'm not trying to take it off. I would like to cast light on Bias.
I mean, sure.
So you can make something light up.
I've got gold in my shell. He could light that up.
You can cast light on his on his weapon,
object, so
on
it's
anything, on a rock, on the ground, on yeah.
Can I cast it on the shell, or is that considered
Yeah,
part
go
of
ahead.
Bias's personage?
No, yeah, cast it on the shell. Why not?
All right.
Oh, fuck me, that's bright. Give the guy some warning.
What's the radius? 60 feet?
20 feet.
20 feet, right.
It's a touch.
You guys see these guys kind of trot in from the shadows, and then a bright light shines from Bias Jaw 20 feet from him, and then another 20 feet, I believe, is dim light after that.
Gods, give us a warning.
Yeah, right.
Oh, sorry. It was very dark in here.
Oh,
and
God.
we couldn't see.
Vision's adjusting. Hold on. Oh.
Just rapidly blinking.
Yeah. As you hear the pitter-patter kind of run around the backside again.
Oh, no.
Yes.
How in the world did you do this? And I just waved my hand.
Oh, you got it.
I got it. Well,
Does that mean my pet is gone?
that's your pet. Oh, you keep some weird pets, but yes, it's gone. But we have questions. Can you show yourself by any chance?
Do I have your assurance that you won't try to hurt me?
That depends how our conversation goes.
So you'll toe the line?
I'll toe the line.
Oh,
As your foot touches the ground, you feel one of your toes disappear.
That's so cool. Gnome, how did you do that?
Don't say anything about your body part.
And you hear a giggle from the... and you feel a slap on your face as your toe hits you and falls on the ground, and then dematerializes and materializes back on your foot. And he says, "Consider that a show of faith." And he appears right up on the back corner there, kind of standing in the shadows, kind of hunched a little bit, as if ready to scarper if he has to.
how far away is he?
He's all the way up the end of the corner near you, so a good 60 feet.
Agnar throws.
I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Cast whole person? Yeah, what's the...
Bloodthirsty
what's the...
Wisdom 13.
Wisdom 13.
She's tasted it. She wants
She's just pecking at my toe.
She's like, you've committed crimes against humanity.
You watch as his body kind of shakes and shudders and holds still, and he goes, "Oh, Trixie, I like it."
Well, you just kept running around, so I wanted some assurances.
You know, a trick for a trick or an eye for an eye.
Hey.
I would be careful.
I look at her and I look at him and like, he still has both his eyes. Damn it, I can't do it.
Well, Bias,
Yeah.
you had some questions.
Yeah, I want to know how you fucking do it.
It's just part of what I've always been able to do on this plane. You know, it's
On
part
this-
of me trying to get to understand things and understand body movements. And he kind of holds his hand out as if to grab your hand.
Don't touch him.
I give him the severed hand.
He takes it and he holds it up and he like moves the fingers and he shows you it like clenching a fist and
He's
unclenching a fist.
paralyzed.
And then after a minute, it
good
drops.
Okay. That's
So a minute later,
It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute.
They're going to edit it back.
there's a minute of
It
silence.
genuinely has been. I watched. And he touches the tendons and you watch as he pokes the tendons, the hand kind of moves on its own and clenches a fist and points a finger and gives a thumbs up and flips you the bird, does the rock sign,
I'm just
horns.
giggling.
And he goes,
Excellent.
"This is all for a greater understanding for my work." And he gestures out to the construct because he's no longer held.
Well, that thing was fucked up. That thing didn't want to be around. Did you not hear it saying, "I don't want to be here"?
You assume it has free will.
That doesn't make it better.
Did you tell it to say those words?
You don't. Maybe not. Maybe they're the remnants of the mouth's previous owner.
What are
So-
the intentions of your research?
And he kind of gestures to his workshop. He says, "May I?"
If you show me how to do that trick, you can do whatever you want right now.
And he leads you up.
Oh,
to the-
you got to
the
show me how
dais.
to do that trick first.
What trick? It's a trick I've always learned. I don't know. You agree with me, and I get the body part. It's part of the tricksiness. I don't see. I inherited it, I guess. Try get me to say something. See if you'll gain something from it.
Right. Damn it, what body part do I want?
Why do you have a need for body parts?
Well, I'm missing a fucking hand right now.
Oh, I can fix that. And he takes you up to the bench and he shows you. You see a bunch of drawings and a bunch of tinkering tools and bits and pieces. It's like watching, Iron Man put together his suit. And he kind of rummages around a little bit and goes, and this and kind of thumps like a rough kind of chunk of metal and cogs and things. And it looks vaguely like a hand, nothing too close to a hand. And he kind of tinkers with it and it kind of moves and clenches. And he's like, I can make this a hand if you wish to have a hand like this.
I pull off my warhammer and I hit the hand with it.
It shatters to pieces.
It's no fucking good, is it? Why would I want
What
that
the
on my body?
I could fix it and reinforce it. Jesus Christ.
From what I've seen in the town, all of your inventions are fucking useless.
Well, like I'm trying to learn and nobody gives me a chance to learn.
Well, I don't want to be your experiment. So right now, until your shit is better, fix my hand.
He looks at all of you and he says, well, you lend a hand to me, I'll lend a hand to you. And he clicks his fingers and your hand goes woof, woof, and appears back on your wrist. And he goes, you could have been so much fun, you guys. But, c'est la vie. And he goes invisible again. You do hear the pitter-patter of feet. What would you like to do?
Why, you going to attack him? You know, opportunity to attack him?
No, I might. I need to see how many times a day I can do this.
I want to go for that chest in the corner.
Yeah, you walk over to the chest.
And investigate it. I'm going to try and... I want to see what's in there.
You want to open the
Open
chest?
the chest?
I would love to open the chest.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
18 plus 3, that's a 21.
Okay, nice. You take 2 points of fire damage as you open this chest and the air gets sucked in and a fireball bursts out just within the 10-foot radius.
Jesus.
You drop the lid and stand back charred, and you can go back to it in a moment. What are you doing, sir?
Gnome, if you leave now, I will hunt you down. That is a promise.
You can try find me on whatever plane you're on, but I won't be there.
Oh man, people can't get their body parts back without him, can they?
No, I'll let you experiment on me.
They can't reattach without him to reattach them.
You checking the chest again? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm checking the chest.
You lift up the chest lid and you see various clothes and belongings and bits and pieces, little bits of jewelry, a couple of gold pieces here and there, a couple of silver pieces. It doesn't seem to be his belongings. It seems to be things collected, trinkets and stuff like that.
Okay. Anything particular of note?
Make an investigation check.
All right. Okay. Come on, baby. 8.
8. You find about 12 gold pieces in all and 8 silver pieces.
Yeah, all right. I'll pop those in my pocket.
And you find a silver chain bracelet with a little silver dolphin on it.
Yolgas, I'll let you experiment on me. I started walking.
Are you going to ask him for anything
Okay,
in
roll
return?
a persuasion check.
I
then.
started walking towards where he was. I heard the last thingies. Oh, that's a yes, finally, good roll. Yes. So 18.
18. The invisibility drops and he's standing there kind of excited a little bit with a grin on his face. He doesn't seem perturbed by your threats, but he is intrigued by your interest. You'll let me try some things out on you?
In time. But first, you have to put everyone's body parts back.
Everyone in the village.
The ones that you still have the body parts left.
Yeah, he looks over and you see quite a few burnt, charred body parts. As if hit by some, I don't know, dark, mystical,
Hey,
eldritch blast.
I was doing my best.
He says, if you can get the townspeople to consent, I'm happy to replace their limbs, the proper limbs in the right place. Just nobody ever wants to sit down and let me try things out with them.
You can with me. Just wait till we get everyone back in from the village. I'll sit here if you guys want to go get them.
Should we bring them here or should we bring Yorgas to them?
Do you need the limbs to be in the same place as you?
I need my workshop, and I also need roughly a day for each limb. Maybe 2 limbs a day if I'm pushed for it. And if I
Quite a bit of time. There are quite a lot of people.
Does that include the day? Because you just took one. You took my toe.
I gave you toe back.
But why can you only put 2 back?
Oh, if I've got the limb, I can put it back. But a lot of the limbs, and again, he looks over at the smoldering rubble pile of body parts and he says, those ones will have to be replaced with mechanical ones.
But you've already done that, so you can't do what you're saying.
What do you mean I've already done that?
I think he's saying that the ones that don't have parts just yet and the parts are destroyed have to be made and he doesn't have them ready made. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I tried to make parts from the parts I learn about, and I take them to the village for them to put on, to have with them.
But
Okay.
But if I sit down with someone, I can tailor something for them. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. Why don't you guys go get them? I'll wait here with our friend Yolgas. And we can do some experimenting.
Bring the entire village. Oh, okay.
I feel like maybe we shouldn't leave him alone with the gnome.
Do you want me to babysit?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm asking you to do.
All right.
Okay, you and me will go to the village.
It'll be like a girls' trip.
You guys head out the cave, making your way past the charred remains of some of the limbs, the monstrosity
Fucking really rubbing that
carcass.
salt.
Yeah.
I only stabbed them.
I tried to aim for the mechanical parts.
You make your way back up through the hill and attempt to make your way back to Lim Village. Could you make a survival check for me, please?
Yeah, for sure.
That's right, Lim Village.
Really put some time into that one.
Yeah, well, you ask me questions on the spot, you get a spot answer, all right? That's how it works.
in the village.
10.
I thought you'd have a name for it.
17.
17, yeah, you...
10.
I'm still flying.
She's holding me hand though.
yeah. Agenar leads you through. You can see some kind of tracks because you guys were running pretty quickly in pursuit. You follow the tracks back to Lim Village where you see they're sitting around playing music like a little. They've formed a little folk village band of limbless people, and they're singing. They're singing a song about having no limbs.
Can we hear this song as we
Yeah.
approach?
Do the music under it for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, as in,
Do you want a snappy 3-beat, 4-beat?
No, you,
What do
need
you
to,
want?
you need to be making noise now.
okay.
I have no nose.
Listen, if you still got ears.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. I know I was going to do a call and respond, but I think maybe wait for me to call to you and respond.
You see this guy saying, and he's talking to a guy with no ears. And he's just shaking his head.
I had a good thing going.
You guys approach the band as they're playing.
Is Bakanov sitting with them?
No, Bakanov is not there.
All right. Do you remember the name of the other man that we met in the town?
I do not.
You guys, I may be wrong. I don't think you asked for anyone's
No, we
names.
didn't.
You know them by their missing appendages.
There's missing eye guy who's a grump.
Yeah, there you go. You got missing eye guy. Yeah, you do remember. There's the nose guy who's apparently the lead singer for the band. There's missing arm dude. There's the dragonborn with no thumbs. And then there's the toe mouth dude.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Now you've been introduced to
No.
no ear guy.
There was also Cartwheel Guy.
It was Cartwheel guy. You didn't speak to Cartwheel guy. Cartwheel
just
guy
for
and one arm
flavor.
guy. Yeah.
Hello, we're back.
Oh, welcome back. How'd it go?
We found the gnome. We found most of your limbs.
Well, some of the
Hopefully.
limbs, I would say, closer
I think
to
some were
than
damaged
most.
in experiments. He was doing something with them. Yeah, but he's agreed that he can help you put them back.
What's he saying? And you see toe mouth. And
Toe mouth starts to sign with his mouth,
yeah,
with
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
toes. Yeah. And the eyeless guy says, "Well, you expect us to go down to the cave?"
Well, we've seen him put someone's hand back on where it's supposed to be. So I do think that he will actually help this time.
And one of our companions has agreed to let him experiment on him in exchange for you all to have access to your limbs again.
Oh, well, I think I want to. And the guy missing an arm speaks up and says, "I think I want to see the results first before I double check. This is how I actually voiced him. I kind of want to see the results before I go down there. You know, and not too keen on that." And the one missing an eye says, "Yeah, we kind of want to see what happens before we traipse on down there."
Oh, well, as you can see, I have all my limbs. And
You were never
I've-
missing limbs in the first place,
Well, exactly, but I went down and
right? You've
I
always been a
spoke
chicken, yeah?
with him. Yes.
That's not changed?
No, I've always.
If you bring that turtle back, right as rain, we may consider coming down.
Well, what if just one person from the village would come down?
And we'll be with you.
And we'll be with you, yes.
Roll a persuasion check as they all glance at each other, waiting for someone to volunteer.
3.
No, we appreciate the.
Aw, come on.
We appreciate. You don't get advantage with every. Just because two people are there doesn't mean it's yeah. And he says, "Look, I appreciate where you're coming from, but you must appreciate where we're coming from. It's been a long time.
Okay, so
I don't know how long limbs keep, but I doubt we'll get our original limbs back.
Do you want them back?
I'd like something to replace this." Taps his eye.
Well, I'm telling you, this is your chance to go get that.
Would you like to roll a persuasion check as well?
9.
Yeah. He says, he looks at the rest of them kind of like shake their heads as if losing one limb is enough. They don't really trust. You've also come back without your compatriots. And he says, listen, no offense. We appreciate what you're doing, but I can't in good conscience let any of my friends go down there with you.
okay. Well, how would you feel if we brought Yolgas here?
He looks around at his compatriots and they kind of bristle a little bit and they go, he's a slippery sucker. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on him. Yeah. You can get him here.
Okay, that might not be a good. I feel like everybody all at once is.
I don't know. I think it might be good for him to kind of
confront.
face a bit of his consequences.
Well, so long as they don't
completely kill him.
Yes.
We could bring him back, but you might have to promise not to attack him right away.
Oh,
Just give him a chance.
oh, he nods his head.
Take that food out of your mouth before you speak. Or was that toe guy?
That's Toga.
Oh, okay.
Give him a chance to explain himself, because you won't get your limbs back if he's not alive.
Roll one more persuasion.
12?
He looks you in the eye and he says, "Sure, we'll refrain from killing him when he gets here."
All right. Well, I think that's probably about the best that we're going to get.
Tell if he's telling the truth. The truth is in the eye.
There we go.
Insight check.
First use of the inside check in this game.
Right? I think because at the beginning we were like, oh, do we want to insight check each other? And then I remembered to insight check.
Yeah. Inside check isn't a truth detector, by the way.
Right.
Like,
It's just like, what do you see on them?
It's used as a truth detector, but it technically isn't because that.
What's my gut feeling about this guy? Nat 19.
Nat 19.
So +1, that's a 20.
You look at him. He's got a fire in his eyes that you can see he's a fighter, and you can see he'd genuinely like to behave. You're not 100% sure whether that'd be the case. You think if you bring Yorgos back here, he's one that you'd have to just kind of keep an eye on. The others, with that insight check, you can tell that they're kind of a bit more amiable to this possibly happening.
I suppose we should head back and go.
Yes. Should we bring Bucky I
I don't see
him.
Baki anywhere. Sorry, we had one more in our group, Goliath, and we left. He was here.
Yeah. He's just round there. And as he says this, the cartwheel guy that you were speaking about is being pushed along by Agenar, a la, children in the 20s, rolling hula hoops down the road, stick and hoop, exactly. My turn. And he lies on the ground and sausage rolls along the ground as the cartwheel person pushes him along.
Buckinov.
And he rolls and kind of just lies on the ground on the side and looks at you and goes, "Hey,
Hi.
I made a friend."
I can see that. How
Do you
nice.
think, do you think Bias will be jealous?
Probably.
Mention it.
He's still my favorite because
Lead with that.
he gestures to the cartwheel dude. He's like, "I can't hold his hand. He doesn't have hands."
Well, speaking of Bias,
Is he okay?
he's fine. So Bias and Etterath are back at the cave with Yorgos, and we've sorted out the hand issue. But now we kind of want to help the people here.
Of course.
But they don't fully trust Yorgos, understandably.
Oh, tricksy little, yeah.
But
Yes.
we're wondering if you want to come with us.
Oh, of
No
course.
pressure.
Of course, yeah. We go find Bias and scary little hairy boy.
So we're going to go get him and try and bring him back so that he can hopefully help the people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just thought you might want to come with us.
Yeah.
We don't have to do another survival
of course. Lead the way.
Oh no, I think we need you to lead the way.
Oh, I don't know. I saw you guys walk off that way, but I assume you guys know where you're going, yeah, to get down there?
I think so.
Oh yeah, if we can still follow our tracks back.
Yeah, you've been
Yeah.
twice at this stage. I
At
think
this
you-
stage, yeah.
Cool.
We'll
Yeah.
quickly transition back to the cave.
Was that like Batman, 60s Batman? And it's just your hand spinning. Meanwhile, back at the cave, Yorgos is hunched over his bench, kind of tinkering away like a watchmaker or something. He's got glasses on and he's and you watch every now and then like a piece floats over and stuff, and he twinkles his fingers as it comes over and he starts to piece stuff together. And he goes, "I never get to do this kind of stuff where I'm from. This is fun. People don't appreciate technology."
Where are you from?
I'm from tricksy kind of fun fairy realm that I would not recommend you guys go to because you in particular got taken for a ride, my friend. You got to watch what you say.
That is true.
Very.
I can see Daelyn assessing everything I say now, waiting for a pun to be not picked up by these two, and then they lose limbs.
No, there's just a really good book series where it's like different kinds of fairy tale worlds, and they're nonsense worlds or logic worlds, and
So what you making?
I'm making your hand.
All right.
Come here, take a look.
I look at it.
Was there anything you want to add to it or put together with it? Or
I pull out my hammer and I hit it. Crap, do it again. Make it strong.
Roll.
My hands can take a hit from the hammer.
Roll intimidation. As he says, I wasn't done yet. Have you ever thought of making clay? Do you smash clay before you kiln it?
does have a
what
point.
is what's kilning?
When you heat clay with
You turn it
fire.
into-
No, I've never
Pottery.
made clay.
Oh.
This is a very
9.
logical little turtle.
He crosses his arms and he says, why should I do this for you? You
wanted
won't keep
to
destroying my
experiment.
work.
You wanted to experiment. I'm trying to make you better.
Would you throw out food before it's cooked?
No, but if it was crap, I
Would
would.
you get
I mean,
rid
if
of...
it was oversalted, then at that point you can't really.
He would know.
Right, you're a cook.
Sometimes.
What's your favorite dish?
You know what? This isn't important. Back to the hand.
You want to get back to the task at hand?
Don't.
No.
He kind of shifts in his seat a little bit. And he's like, you've got one more chance. And after that, I will do nothing for you.
Oh, this is for me. This is
Yeah.
not for you. I thought you wanted to experiment.
I can go experiment wherever I want.
Yeah,
You
let's
seem
go
like a
steal
willing
more limbs.
participant.
But sure, come over here. We'll watch from a safe distance.
No, I'm standing right next to him. Okay, so you get one more chance.
And we have to cut away at this point because it takes him time to do these things.
You guys make your way back to the cave where you see Etterath looking slightly fed up at a distance away and Bias hovering over
Who is still
Yolgis,
glowing,
holding his
by the way.
warhammer.
I'm still going.
It lost
long
an,
is he glowing? Still
lost
glowing.
an hour.
Oh, at this point, it's been longer than an
Been an
hour.
hour?
Yeah, you've been there
Aw,
and
a
back. It's
10-minute
been longer than
walk.
that because he's had to build this thing.
Okay.
I just imagine like those little night lights where they like light up his little
Yeah.
shells, just like blue.
Yeah, yeah. And the is it gold trim you've got?
Like gold veining through my
Yeah,
shells.
yeah. It looks really fucking cool.
You see Bias hovering over the gnome holding his warhammer, very intently watching as he works.
Don't do it.
Hello, we're back.
Gods.
That's gonna help.
So we've got some good news and some less good news. So the townspeople, they're too scared to come here.
Understandable.
So do you have a way to transport your tools?
He's working away at the bench. He's not near. If you're near him,
Oh.
he's working away at the bench. Yeah.
Does it look like he has a way to transport those tools?
I mean, I still can't quite figure out whether it's the tools that are magic or if it's like the table, or if it's just him and he's just kind of being a prick.
I mean, he seemed like he's really focused on the way things are done and the words and
To be fair, Bias Jaw has smashed like 3 hands and he's on very
Just
thin ice.
one, two, just two.
And he's on very thin ice right now.
all right. Well, I'll go over there.
This experimentation. Oh, what do you want from me?
From you, I hope to
Yes.
one day forge a relationship with someone where I can continue to try things with them.
Right? Now, I do things like for like.
Right?
So if I give you something of mine, what do I get of yours?
You get my expertise. You get
No.
a hand made from my.
I get like for like. So if you get something of mine, I get something of yours.
What would you like?
Exactly what I give you.
You've got your thing back, though.
Yes, but if I'm about to give you something else, what do I get from you?
What are you going to give me? Your hand again?
Sure.
And you want my hand in return?
It's only fair.
I just walk up silently as this conversation is going on just to try and overhear it.
I like you. In a different plane, a different place, we would have been really good friends.
Excellent. Do I hear you or are you stealthing?
No, I'm just walking up. I'm just being quiet.
Safirith,
I hope you haven't agreed to sign away all your limbs yet.
I've done no such thing.
Yeah, I don't know. You might have already made a pact unknowingly. You might have just said, yeah, hand for hand, eye for eye. Sorry, you were going to ask me a question.
Do you have something sharp on you?
Yeah, sure. And I pull out my dagger that I wear on my hip.
Excellent. I cast Charm Person on the little gnome.
Whoa.
What's the save?
Not high. DC 13.
What are you? No.
So
No.
you go to cast Charm Person
You
on
roll
him.
another nat 20.
Yep.
Fuck's sake.
And he turns to you and he goes, I'm so sorry, this could have been fun. And he casts Thunder Wave on you. You need to make a Constitution 15 saving throw.
Powerful little beast. I
Yep.
failed.
What?
You failed. You are pushed back 10 feet and you take 8 points of thunder damage as he kind of scoops up the last of the armored
I
the
cast
hand
Charm Person
that he-
again.
Nope. It's
What do you
still
mean?
his.
No, you just casted it?
And then a bonus action because it's still his turn.
Okay.
He disappears and reappears right at the mouth of the cave.
Okay, I cast Charm Person.
Come on, we need him
Roll
to
another
put...
DC 20. Fucking nat 20.
It has no effect.
Oh, God damn it.
And he goes, I'm so sorry. You could have been so much fun. And he disappears again. And you hear nothing else.
All right.
Oh, fucking shit. Fuck.
What?
Oh,
They weren't
no.
getting their limbs back anyway. It's fine.
How do you know? He said that he would give them back.
No, he said he was going to make some shitty fucking metal limbs for them. That didn't last up to a hammer hit. Why would they want that?
Because you kept destroying it before it was even fucking finished.
Hey?
So this whole time he's saying he has these limbs that he can put on them, but he just hasn't been able to fit them properly because the townspeople don't trust him.
Yeah, because have you seen the limbs that they already have on them?
Yeah, because he's just throwing together whatever he has, but he's obviously very powerful, and now we have to go back to a bunch of townspeople without fucking limbs that work, and we said that we'd bring him back.
Baki looks
Oh, well.
at you and he says,
We don't have to go back.
Well, we did say that we would show that Yolgus could put things back, and you do still have your hand.
Oh,
no?
but if
Yes?
you're worried about getting in trouble with them, I can find our way to the road and we can try and get away from them if you want to be sneaky.
Well, that wouldn't be very fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say he's gone now.
Well, he's gone for us, I think. But we could at least show them that we weren't lying.
But then is that just like giving them false hope that they'll get their limbs back but we don't actually have the guy that can put their limbs back?
Well, like I said, I think...
No, because if they find him again, then they know that he can put their limbs back on. But we also know that they can't put their limbs back on because their limbs have been burnt and beaten.
Not all of
you look over, and to be fair, not all of them are burnt and broken. I would say probably about a quarter of them are like charred.
There are a couple of crows pecking at the better looking ones at this point.
They don't look very fresh, do they? No.
We could always
No.
try and get fresh limbs, Bucky says innocently.
Bucky.
What? He had fresh limbs. We could get fresh limbs.
That's kind of fucked up, man.
Oh,
It's
I'm
an
sorry.
interesting idea, but no, I don't think we should get fresh limbs.
Okay.
It's hard to match.
I don't know. I don't know if we can make anything better for them. They did not seem particularly happy. At least a couple of them.
About what?
They seemed happy when I was playing with them.
About
You made
Yolgus.
friends.
Oh no, I
No,
talked.
Bucky, that's great. You made friends. Yeah.
Well, maybe. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I
he
love
looks
it.
over at Safirith and kind of like nods and just.
I just give him a hug. around
Thank
his
you.
legs.
They're not as good of friends as you are. I couldn't hold their hands. Some of them don't have hands.
And just from behind Joris's back, Safirith just raised her hand and goes, just nods with a thumb up.
Great. Well, I promised them nothing. I said I'd get rid of the gnome, and we did. So I got my hand back because his hands were shite. So I'm good to go. Why are you looking at me like that?
Etterath has just been hitting his head against the wall for the last 2 minutes.
Roll a d6.
Etterath, you okay? What do you need?
6.
Yeah, take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, please.
Yep.
If you've been doing that the whole time.
So frustrated.
Well, I'm not one to make anyone do anything they don't want to do, so
I don't see how us going back we could make the situation any better for them, unfortunately. I don't know how to put limbs back together.
Great.
And even bringing them their okay limbs, I don't know how they'd reattach it, so.
Great. Let's go, Bhakti. I grab his hand.
Okay.
Did we search the chest?
Oh, I tried. I got
What's my intelligence? Okay.
Yeah, I got toasted. So
Did you look for any secret compartments? You got toasted. Yeah, I saw the flame go up. You got toasted, so there's a trap. There was probably something nice in there.
I don't know. There was a little gold, little silver, but I didn't see anything. Oh, I found this. And I pull out the little charm bracelet with the dolphin on it. I don't know. Seems kind of tchotchke-ish, but you never know.
As you look at Etterath's shark epaulets and mermaid gauntlets.
No offense.
All right, I go.
Do
I go
you
to the
want
box.
it?
I go to the chest and I do a thorough search, see if there's any hidden compartments.
Yeah, go ahead. And
While
roll
he searches,
investigation.
I'm gonna hold the bracelet out to Etterath. I mean,
take it.
You have the bracelet?
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Kind of goes with your vibe.
You want
15?
Maybe we'll see who this belongs to first.
You open up the chest and you can see where there was possibly sigils that activated a magical trap. Upon looking through, it's obviously been looted by someone. All that's left in there now are clothes and like the odd little bit of paper and parchment that just seem to be all scrunched up. You take a good look at the inlay of the chest and that sort of thing. It appears to be a normal chest.
I'll never work out gnomes. Great, I'm good to go.
All right.
Is everybody feeling okay before we start going?
Etterath has some blood going down his forehead.
It's fine, let's go.
All right, you head the man. I grab Bhakti's hand. Lead the way, chap.
Bhakanav extends his pinky finger and his eyes roll back and you watch as it quivers and moves around a little bit. And as you exit the mouth of the cave, it heads off to the right along the ravine that you came down through web and grease, and you head on your way back towards what you assume is the road.
You guys make your way back through the silvered mist that you've become accustomed to, with Baki being led by his pinky, but you're not in the mist for long. You soon come back out into what seems to be a hot and sticky swamp. The air is nearly so hot that it weighs you down. There's insects, flies, mosquitoes everywhere. But there's also a purple fog, kind of similar to the silvered mists, only thinner. You can see through this, but it seems to encapsulate the whole swamp. You look around, Baki looks confused. Roll a wisdom save for me, please.
Oh, not good. I'm not even going to check my modifier. 2.
19.
22.
16.
Bias,
Dies.
you
Chop my own head off. God damn it.
You, Bias, in an instant, find yourself not in the swamp. You are
Lovely.
in space, standing on a giant white hand that's spinning. You can see constellations, stars, planets racing around your eyes. In front of you
Well, that's new.
is a Loxodon. She's lying on the ground before you. She's wearing a golden hood. And there looks to be blood on the side of her head, running down her face. You look down, and you're shocked to see that you're holding a 2-sided warhammer covered in blood. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Thanks for listening to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. We go live on all good podcast apps every Tuesday. If you like what you heard, leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to. If you didn't like it, well, stiff shit, you already listened to it. Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and on Instagram at Theatre of the Mind Flayer. Thanks, babies.